Hi, welcome to the Step by Step Millionaire, where our job is to make you money. And the last video we had 5 steps to begin your wealth. And as I said, in this video, we're now going to work onto a little more of exactly how that works, okay? So our today video is 5 steps to get ready for the big one, the big score. 5 steps to get ready for the big score, okay? Step 1, pile up some cash. And we talked about this in the last video. It doesn't have to be a huge amount, $40, $50, $100, whatever you're comfortable with. The less money that you have, if you're really scrimping and saving, I don't care if it's $10. You can do this, okay? Pile up a little cash, get a jar, get an envelope, don't put it in the bank. The bank charges you money every month to have your money there. Put it in a jar, okay? Put it someplace safe that nobody's gonna find it, or an envelope, whatever. Now, once you've got $10, $100, something small, because this is like, there's a reason why we're going to start small here. I'll explain this, which is number 2. Creating wealth is the same as lifting weights. If on average you just toss somebody $1 million, within the year, they're not only going to have lost that million and spent it on stupid stuff, but they'll most likely be way in debt up to $100,000. Why? Because as I said, accruing wealth is like lifting weights. Anything you practice. If you lay down on the bench and I throw 500 pounds on that, you're not pushing that. Why? Because you've not built up yourself to the capacity where you can do this. And finances are exactly the same way. So the whole purpose of the exercise we're going to do is we're going to teach you to get financially strong. So you've got your little wad of cash. Now you're going to take that little wad of cash and you're going to do something with it, okay? You're going to go and you're going to go on Kijiji or a garage sale or a friend or whatever, something that you know and you know the value of. And if you're looking through and you find something and you go, man, that thing's worth 3 times or 4 times what they're asking for it, you buy it. Bring it home, then put your own ad out or talk to your friends if they happen to need one. And sell it for twice what you paid for it. So if you bought it for $10, sell it for $20. If you bought it for $20, $40, whatever, okay? When you get that money home, 10% of it goes to charity. So if it's $100, you take off 10. If it's $10, you take off 1, give it away, okay? I don't care where you do it, okay? But that's what you do. Now, number 3, never spend any of this. This is your weightlifting capital, okay? Number 3 is roll your cash into more stash. Do it again. And this time, instead of just buying one, you could buy 2 items or a bigger item. Try to not buy very expensive items that are like $400 or $500 and try to wait until you can turn it into $1,000. Don't do that right now. Start with, if you have to, buy 2 little things. Your chances of selling 2 small things are way higher than selling 1 big thing. In fact, if you've got items that are around the $50 range, $100 range, you could sell 5, 6, 10 times a cycle of that in the same time as a $500 item. So try to stay small now so that you start with, you bought 1 item, maybe next time 2, maybe next time 3, maybe next time circle 4, 8, build it up. And the reason you're doing this is because you're building up your capacity to handle and maneuver so that you don't screw it up. Why? Because everybody's looking for the big score. Well, I have news for you, and that's number 4. Number 4 is the big one is always 1,000 little ones. You'll hear of people that come along and they'll talk about the big score. Even people who go to casinos, they come home and go, I want a $10,000. It's almost never, well, it's never on that first handle pull, okay? They've been feeding quarters into that thing all day long. They probably put $500, $1,000, $2,000 into that. It works the same in business. You're putting 1,000 hours, 2,000 hours, 5,000, 5 years. And then, having built up your capacity to do these things, when you hit the moment where the big one is there, you have the capacity to handle it without fear, without panic. And that's why the big one is there. But please always tell people, I did 1,000 little ones before the big one. Don't brag about the big one. It puts people in peril. Now, number 5, each of these investments that you do, you want to assess the risk. Now, when you're starting, the risk on any purchase is pretty minimal. Why? You spent $10 on it. If nobody buys it back from you, A, you've still got the item, B, you're not out a whole lot. As you continue to purchase larger or more, your risk goes up. So maintain a view when you're making a purchase. What is the risk? I cannot resell this. Don't buy by emotion. Don't buy by greed. You've got to look at something and assess, this is a good deal. It's worth 3 or 4 times, so I can easily sell it for twice the amount. If you practice this, you lower your greed, you lower your emotional reaction to it. When the big one comes along, you're ready for it. Why? Because you've already handled the steps towards it. It's not going to be the big one. It will look like the big one to somebody that's never handled money, but to you, by the time you get there, it will simply be another one. Okay? Those are the 5 steps to get ready for the big score. Please use them. Please work it. Please practice so you don't screw it up when that opportunity comes along. Please hit the subscribe button so that you know when we have more videos coming out. Please pass this around to your friends so they have access to this information also. And thanks very much for watching the Step by Step Millionaire. If you want, you can punch on the video here and watch the next one on our series. Thanks.